Hello, today I'm going to show you how to easily change the lid latches on your Yeti cooler and get your Yeti back to its glory days. If you're into fishing, hunting, camping, or you just love being outdoors, I'm sure you're probably familiar with Yeti coolers. Now we have several Yeti coolers and nothing comes close to the performance of a Yeti cooler, but unfortunately sometimes the lid latches, they break. Now this creates a huge problem because without the lid latches on the cooler, your cooler's not going to get that airtight seal, and that airtight seal is what keeps the ice in that Yeti for days. Now changing the lid latches is super easy, so whether you have broken lid latches or you've been thinking about changing your current lid latches and customizing the cooler of your Yeti, both are done the same way. This is super easy to change it. Let's jump right in and show you exactly how to do it. So to start off, you're gonna need a couple tools. You're gonna need a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, a hammer. You're gonna need your new Yeti lid latches, or in this case, we purchased some aftermarket ones that we're gonna actually try on one cooler, and we're gonna place the Yeti ones on the other and see how the aftermarket ones do. Kind of like that you could change the colors on it. And then you're gonna need a pair of pliers. So the very first thing that you want to do is take your screwdriver and come to this pin right here. And so when you look at the cooler, what everybody automatically assumes is that this pin goes all the way through and it's riveted somehow in there. But the reality is that this pin only goes to about right here. And it does the same thing on the other side. So what you want to do is get your flathead screwdriver and you're going to just tap it right up against to kind of pry it out a little bit. And then all you want to do is grab your pliers and you're going to just slide this out until you can get the latch out. Then the next thing that you want to do is go ahead and put your latch in here and line up the holes, and then take your hammer that you got and tap that pin back in place. And now you can see we've already replaced the first one. It is literally that easy. We're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and do the second one. Take our pliers, slide it out. Here's the old one. Now we're going to take the new one, same thing, line up the holes. Now we got it there. We want to go ahead and tap that back into place. And now we've already gone and replaced, and we put our new custom ones on there. Now I'm going to move the other cooler. I know that was quick. And we're going to go ahead and change them on the smaller cooler. And we're going to go ahead and put on the Yeti ones and see if we notice a difference. Those aftermarket ones were quite simple to put on. This one's a little bit harder to get out. Let's come over here to the other side and see if we can get this one out. And this is really kicked in there with a lot of salt. Like I said, guys, these things break. This cooler has been on our boat probably 12 years now. All right, so we got that one out, and that one was a little tough with all the salt that we've got on these coolers. Now we're gonna go ahead and tap that one back into place, and there you go, we've got that one changed. I'm gonna show you guys a cool little trick here if you have this problem and you can't get the pin out because you've got a lot of salt in there. So here on this side, we've got the pin is pretty stuck on there with the salt water. So what you wanna do is grab yourself a knife or a box cutter, go ahead and cut off the rubber. This Yeti rubber is so strong you can't even cut it. Now that you've cut it off, and this is no good anyway, you're gonna dump this out, so all we did was just cut it. Now you see the pin is exposed there. Go ahead and hold it with your pliers, and you can slide it right out. Now, if you ever have your pin stuck like that, you know that you could cut this off and you could slide it out. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one cleaned up before I put it back on. All right, guys, so now I've taken off a lot of the salt on this one, and I wanna go ahead and we're gonna do the same thing we did for the other three. We're gonna take the pin, we're gonna slide it through here. We are going to line up the holes, and then we're just gonna tap it in. And now, that's how simple you change the lid latches. All right, guys, now you know how easy it is to change the lid latches on your Yeti cooler. So hopefully this video is gonna help you be able to fix your Yeti, or go ahead and order those colorful lid latches that you've been thinking about ordering to customize your cooler.